In 1643, the Swedes made the first permanent settlement in Pennsylvania. In 1655, the Dutch captured New Sweden and dubbed it New Netherlands.
In 1664, English under King Charles captured New Netherlands.
In 1681, King Charles II granted the land to William Penn as an experiment for a better understanding of religion and race. It was then dubbed Pennsylvania, which means Penn's Woods.
As a youngin, Penn was forced to worship the Church of England until he was 12. Throughout Penn's young years, he got many run-ins with the law because he was a Quaker.
The people of Pennsylvania wanted to enjoy personal and property rights and have self-government, along with Penn's belief of freedom of religion.
Pennsylvania is a very desirable place because of many beautiful hills and valleys. Penn made a treaty with the surrounding Algonquin and Iroquois Indians.
The Indians taught the settlers how to hunt for game like beavers. The Pennsylvanians and the Indians had a relationship that thrived upon each other. The Pennsylvanians helped the Indians, and in return the Indians helped the Pennsylvanians. Without this, the Pennsylvanians might not have survived in Pennsylvania.
In colonial Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvanians' main occupations were on the fur trade, such as beavers, and this was because beaver furs were popular.
The Pennsylvanians were also farmers. They farmed the land because that's what they had done in Europe, and the land in Pennsylvania was very fertile. The crops in the colonial time were predominantly corn, wheat, and tobacco. These were grown by the Pennsylvanians because they're the cash crops.
In 1683, the legislature drafted a second federal government. The second federal government made it more fair by giving people more voice in the government by reducing the powers of the rich landowners.
In 1684, Penn journeyed to England, and troubles were developing in his absence. Soon after, a new king was appointed to England, King William, along with Queen Mary, neither of them trusted the English.
Penn died in 1718, and propriety rights were held by his heirs.
These heirs lacked good sense and ethical values, in which areas William Penn excelled. The Diamond State was named in honor of Thomas West, 3rd Baron Delaware, Virginia's first colonial governor.
Delaware was believed to have been first explored by the Spanish and the Portuguese.
Henry Hudson and a member of the Dutch East India Company discovered Delaware Bay and Delaware River for the Dutch East India Company.
In 1631, the Dutch attempted to make a settlement in Delaware, but soon met resistance.
Later, in 1631, the settlement was destroyed when Indians killed the settlers.
In 1664, England took Delaware as they did in Pennsylvania.
In 1682, it was transferred to William Penn as part of Pennsylvania. Delaware later broke off from Pennsylvania and became its own colony.
Delaware was one of the original 13 colonies. Delaware was the first state to ratify the Constitution. Therefore, it was the first state.
Indians lived all throughout Delaware, including the Lenape Indians who lived along the Delaware River.
The Nanticoke Indians lived along the Nanticoke River.
The Indians and Europeans liked Delaware so much because of the many beautiful hills and rivers.
Delaware relied on cash crops such as corn because the land was fertile.
Delaware's main occupation was the slave trade, which took off when the colony was founded.
Slaves and indentured servants were a goal to gain as personal possessions.
The Lutheran Church and the Church of England were the most common practiced religions in Delaware.